the Wildcats of Kansas State. That will be the first conference home game for Oklahoma, and we will preview Kansas State and the Wildcats. That game, preview at least, coming up right about now. Only right here, Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. The Kansas State Wildcats, the home of the Manhattan Miracle. At least in college football. They've done it to Oklahoma a couple of times. They play in Manhattan, Kansas. They play at Bill Snyder Family Memorial Stadium there in Manhattan on campus. Kansas State coming off of an 8-5 year, 4-5 in Big 12 action. Fifth and sixth. The 5-6 range ties them with themselves, Kansas State, and West Virginia. These 8 wins was enough to get them a bowl invite. They went out and played the Louisiana State Tigers. Took care of them, 42-20 victory there in the Houston Bowl. You got to hit that hard H, Mike Steely. What did you think of that? Their head coach at Kansas State, Chris Kleiman. Kleiman is a graduate, 1992 graduate, I should say, from UNI. That's the University of Northern Illinois. And after that, graduation in 92, took a couple of assistant jobs and all that. By the time he was the head coach, it was 2014. He was there from 2014 to 2018 with North Dakota State. All those Division 1 AA or in that vicinity, all those national championships, those are all his. He's there from 14 to 18 in the Missouri Valley Conference before accepting the role as the head ball coach at Kansas State and replacing Coach Bill Snyder. Did all that in 2019 and is still there to this day. Alright, well, so they have the coach in lining. They have the coach lined up. They're pretty good. He's beaten Oklahoma a couple of times. But you know what? It's not the coach that helps beat Oklahoma. Well, he does his part, but the players have to do theirs. Let's go over some of the players. The passing leader that's coming into play for Kansas State was not at Kansas State last year. Number 9, Adrian Martinez, passed for 2,863 yards last year, 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a long cat pass, 72 yards, and is a transfer quarterback from Nebraska. Remember when he was at Nebraska last year, guys? Tore Oklahoma a new one. Remember that? Well, the running backs, well, you know the running backs. At least you know the guy above Malik Knowles, the number 1 leading rusher. That's 22, Darren Sproles. Sproles carried the ball for 235 attempts last year to go with 1,409 yards on the ground, 18 touchdowns, his longest run, 80 yards. They also have a number 4, Malik Knowles, to kind of give Deuce Vaughn a break. Malik Knowles, 15 catches, 15 rushes last year, 106 yards on the ground. Didn't score a touchdown. His longest run, 30 yards. Passer, runner. Who's going to catch these balls from big Adrian Martinez? Well, they have Phillip Brooks and the aforementioned Deuce Vaughn. Phillip Brooks, he wears number 88 for Kansas State. He carried the ball. He had actually Deuce. Phillip Brooks actually led them in receiving yards, but Deuce led them in catches. Deuce, 49 catches, 468 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. Longest catch, 55 yards as a running back. Now pure receiver, 88 Phillip Brooks, 43 receptions, 543 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. Longest reception for him, 56 yards. So that's a little bit of offense, but you don't just come in and beat Oklahoma without playing some pretty good defense, even in the you-know-who era. Who shall not be named. Doing that for Kansas State this year, Daniel Green and Felix Adulaik Azuma. Daniel Green, 89 total tackles last year, to go 0 forced fumbles, 2 fumbles recovered, no picks as a linebacker. As an end, Felix Aduyuki Azuma, 42 tackles last year, to go with 6 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 1 pick. That's a little offense for you, a little defense for you. Now we go over special teams. Special teams, punting first. Ty Zettner, 8 Ty Zettner, 40 total tackles last year, to match with 43.7 yards on average, 4 touchbacks, 16 inside the 20, and long punt, 63 yards. So you go from Ty Zettner on punter to kicker Chris Tennant, 5 for 8 last year, 3% last year, but a long kick from 51 yards out. All right, guys, that will do it for the Kansas State preview. Next week, we'll look after Kansas State, or TCU. We'll look at TCU and what they have coming back for the Frogs of TCU. New coaching staff, though, there in Fort Worth. Until then, I'm Harry James. You guys know that. You can catch this and all my other videos on the YouTube, BoomerSooner1982, Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter handle, @HypeManHarry. They're all right there. Thanks for watching, guys, and Boomer Sooner, I'm out of here. Peace!